Hey everybody, welcome back to Dear World's English video with me, Dan. Now, as you know, in all of our videos, we try to introduce some topics that we talk about on a daily basis. So the kind of topics that will help you most to have a useful conversation, okay? When you want to talk to somebody in English, you would have a better understanding of the kind of things that we usually talk about. Yeah, so we had one video about seasons. Okay, we've had a couple of videos now about holidays. Okay, and then we had the video about holidays and vacations, right? Okay, so what I want to talk to you about today is traffic. Okay, traffic. Now, traffic is something that affects all of us, I think, on a daily basis. Yeah, pretty much every day you are going to find some people probably talk about traffic. Okay, so the first thing we need to do is kind of find out what the meaning of traffic is. Okay, and to do that, we first need to know one more word. Okay, it's going to help us to understand what traffic is. Okay, and this word is vehicle. Yeah, vehicle. Okay, now what is a vehicle? Well, a vehicle is anything that can get you from A to B. Yeah? Okay, so forget your legs. Okay, yes, your legs can take you from A to B. You can walk to somewhere, right? But let's say you're a little bit more lazy than that, okay, and you don't want to walk. Okay, you can use a vehicle, yeah, to get you from A to B, from home to school, from home to work, such as a car. Yes, such as a motorbike, or a bus, or a train, or the subway, right? So, traffic is talking about vehicles. Now, what exactly about vehicles? Well, traffic means vehicles moving on the road. Yeah, so here you have your road, okay, and you have your cars, and your bicycles, and they are all on the road, okay? This is traffic. Okay, so why traffic? Why would we talk about traffic? Why do people talk about traffic? Well, like I said, when you go from A to B, you use a vehicle. Yeah, you will see traffic. You are part of the traffic, right? And we talk about this really often because, oh my God, every day you go outside. Okay, I don't know about where you live, but where I live, oh my gosh, every day. Yeah, every day there is so much traffic. Yeah, there are so many cars and so many bikes and so many buses. Yeah, a simple journey from A to B. Yeah, maybe it's just 1 kilometer. Yeah, maybe it's just 1 kilometer. It should only take you, I don't know, 5 minutes. Okay, but actually it takes you 10 minutes or 15 minutes because there is so much traffic. And this happens around the world, okay, not only here. So when people talk about the traffic, what kind of things do they talk about? Well, they usually ask a question like this, yeah? How's the traffic? Yeah, they want to know, is there a lot of cars outside? Is there not a lot of cars outside? Yeah, can I go from A to B quickly, or is it going to take a really long time? Yeah, so we could say, how's the traffic? And you could say, hey, it's not bad today. Yeah, the traffic is not bad today. Or you could say, oh, the traffic is terrible. Just like every day, it's so busy. Yeah, so we can ask this question. Or we can ask, what's the traffic like? Yeah, what's the traffic like? It's the same kind of question. Yeah, what's the traffic like? It's okay. It's not bad. Oh, it's really bad. It's really terrible. Yeah? And so these are the kind of questions that you might hear people ask quite often. So there are some times when the traffic is okay. Yeah, there are not too many cars, there are not too many bikes, there are not too many buses. Yeah? And that might be in the middle of the day. Yeah, when people are at work or people are at school. But every day we are going to have 2 times, at least 2 times, where the traffic is really bad. Yeah, and those 2 times would be during rush hour. Yeah, so that would be the time that people go to work and go to school. So maybe like 7 a.m., yeah? And then the time that people finish work and finish school. Okay, so maybe like 5 or 6 p.m., yeah? 7 a.m., very, very, very busy. The traffic is terrible, it's really, really bad. And then maybe 5 or 6 p.m., okay, people are going home from school and work and it's really, really, really bad then. Okay, but one thing here is interesting is it says hour, rush hour. Now for me that would mean 1 hour. What do you think? Is it only for 1 hour? I don't think so, right? The rush hour in the morning might be 7 o'clock, 7 a.m. until maybe 9 a.m. Yeah, and in the evening, when people finish work and school, it might be from 4 p.m. until 6 p.m. or 5 p.m. until 7 p.m. Yeah, during these times, during rush hour, the traffic is so bad, right? So, some of the things that we might say when the traffic is really, really bad. Number one, you might say you are stuck in traffic. Yeah, so if you are stuck, you cannot move. Yeah, so you're in your car, or you're on your bike, or you're on the bus, and the traffic, the cars, they are not moving, right? You would say you're stuck in traffic. Okay, and during rush hour, this happens a lot. You could be stuck in traffic for 20 minutes or 30 minutes, maybe an hour, all day? I don't know. It could be a long time to be stuck in traffic. Okay, and then number two, a traffic jam. Traffic jam. Now maybe you already know that jam is something you eat. Yeah? Something you eat. You can put it on bread, you can put it on cakes, yeah? Jam. Now, a traffic jam is not about eating. Yeah, it's not about driving your car and eating jam, right? It would be good if it was, but it isn't. Okay, so during rush hour, there could also be a lot of traffic jams. Okay, and it has the same kind of meaning as stuck in traffic. Yeah, a traffic jam is one place where all of the traffic is not moving. Nothing is moving, right? Traffic jam. Okay, and then the last one here, we've got number three, we've got gridlock. Gridlock. Yeah, now many cities are built in squares or blocks. Yes, you have one block and a second block and a third block and a fifth block. Yeah, and when you have this, when you come to something like this, this is a crossroads. Yeah, one road crosses another road. Yeah, and you have a crossroad. Yeah, where you've got 4 different roads that come together, right? Now, when you have a gridlock, the cars here, and the cars here, and the cars here, and the cars here, all cannot move. Yeah, they all cannot move. Okay, maybe someone from here thought, oh, I know, I will go across. Yeah, but they got stopped. Oh no, the light went red. And then this person tries to come. And they can't go because this person is here. And then this person. And this person. And then you end up with so many people all stuck together. Yeah, in a gridlock. Okay, and all of these things they're really bad. Yeah, nobody likes these kind of things, okay? But these are the kind of things that we talk about. These are the things we say. Okay, so when you're going to go to work and you might be late for work, you're going to call your boss and say, oh, I'm really sorry. I'm going to be late because I'm stuck in traffic. Yeah? Or you call your boss and you say, hey, I'm sorry, I'm going to be late. There is a really big traffic jam. Yeah, or the road is gridlocked. Okay, and these are the really common things that we talk about very often when the traffic is not good. Okay, so when the traffic is not good and you have a traffic jam, or you're stuck in traffic, or there's gridlock, you might get some people that have this, road rage. Yeah, road rage. Now, rage means to be very angry. Yeah, to be really angry at something. Yeah, so it means to be angry on the road, right? Okay, so if you are in a traffic jam, or you're stuck in traffic, and you're in a rush, you need to get to work, you need to get to school, okay, it could be possible you get angry, or you can see some other people get angry, Yeah? And they're in their car and they go, beep, 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 move, 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 come on! Yeah? These people are going crazy. Yeah, they are so angry because there is so much traffic. That we would call road rage. Do you know anybody with road rage? Maybe. When I drive a car or I ride my bike, I try to be calm and peaceful. But sometimes there are some people that are driving not very good, or they're riding their bike not very good, and they want to zip in front of you, and then I feel calm, 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 calm. Yeah? Road rage. Yeah? People getting angry. Right? Okay, and there's one more thing I want to show you. Now this here is just like last week's class, or last week's class. Yeah, we were talking about idioms. Okay, and the kind of things we use in everyday English, and one of them is this: driving me up the wall. Driving me up the wall. So to drive up the wall? Okay, it sounds a little crazy, right? Well, actually, this is nothing to do with driving, and it is nothing to do with traffic or road rage. Okay, this is just something that we say when somebody or something is making you feel crazy and you want to pull out your hair. Yeah? We would say it's driving me up the wall. Alright? So, let's say I am using my computer. Okay, and I'm trying to make a PPT. Okay, and I'm trying to make it, and then it's gone. Huh? Where's my PPT? And I do it again. It's gone. Ah! Where's my PPT? Okay, maybe I'm going to get computer rage, right? And I do it again, and I do it again, and I do it again, and it's gone, 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 gone. Okay, I might say my computer is driving me up the wall. It's making me crazy because I have to try again and try again and try again. Now the traffic in your area might be really bad as well, especially during rush hour. Okay, you're driving the car and you're stuck in traffic jam after traffic jam after traffic jam. It gets so boring. Yeah, it might make you have road rage and you get crazy. Yeah, all the traffic might start driving you up the wall. Yeah, it might start making you crazy. Okay, but we can make the traffic better. Yeah, we can make the traffic better by using public transport. Yeah, public transport. So, public transport, okay, is the things that everybody can use, right? Like a bus. You pay a very little money and you can take the bus, yeah? You could take the subway, yeah? You can take the subway, yeah? The train under the ground, you can take that, okay? You might be able to take a taxi, okay? Now a taxi's not quite as good, okay, but maybe if there's a few people together, hey, great, why not? You could take a train. Yeah, you could do these things. You could take public transport. Yeah, if you take a bus, you can get many people on one bus. Yeah, sometimes you see people driving their car, and it's a big car, and there's only one person. And you see all the cars only have one person. Yeah, but on a bus, you could have 30 people or 40 people. Actually, sometimes I saw the bus has maybe like 100 people and they're all stuck against the window and nobody can move. Yeah? More people in one vehicle, like a bus, is much, much better for the road. Right? One bus is better than 40 cars. Yeah? You can take the subway. Yeah? Move the traffic off the road and onto the train. Right? You could take a train. You could use a bicycle. You can do all of these things to make the traffic better, so we have less traffic jams, yeah, less gridlock, less road rage, right? Okay, so I hope today's English video was useful for you. Okay, so now when you're outside and you see a lot of traffic, you can talk about a traffic jam, is it rush hour, okay? Hopefully these things are useful. Alright, that's it for today. Stay tuned for next week's English video with Dear World. Thank you, bye-bye.